Hey, how are you doing? Hans here. Today I want to talk about very important things you should know in business, marketing. But before saying that marketing, you need to understand cognitive bias. Cognitive bias is very important concept in business. What is it? It's just a tendency that our human beings are willing to make. Actually, that's are all mistakes. For example, you think someone is doing the research, they find that how many people do they think their driving skill is more than 50%, is higher than average. And interestingly, there are 80% of people think their driving skill is higher than above than average. It's impossible, right? Because if you want to go higher than average, at least you should be less than 49%. And it's not just less than 49%. It's higher than average. It should be way small group of people. It's like 20%, right? That is one of our cognitive bias. Why cognitive bias is so important in business? Because if you understand those, you can understand psychology of human beings. And marketing are mainly for psychology. So let's talk about that a little bit. So number one psychology or cognitive bias is what? Let's mention that one by one. So let's say liking and loving tendency. We really like to talk to people who we like to talk to them. It's not just because he's right or he's wrong, but his personality or he's likable. For example, one liking and loving tendency is, I'll give you an example. If Adolf Hitler said 2.2 equals 4, and Oprah Winfrey said that 2.2 equals 5, in that case, who's right? And in that case, you're thinking, Adolf Hitler said 2.2 equals 4. Oprah Winfrey, she's great, but in that case, still, Adolf Hitler is correct because he said 2.2 equals 4. It's not about the people who mentioned the thing, it's about the things itself. In marketing, there are so many such things you need to know. Another thing is doubt avoiding tendency. That is, you need to remove the doubt from customers' brand. If you sign doubtful, customer will be doubtful. And let's say a confused mind doesn't buy. So if you want to persuade them well, you can say, hey, I've done the math for you. 100% sure that works. If you are the right person for the blah blah blah, you need to be certain for your own product. So whenever you want to sell something, you need to sell something you absolutely believe in. For example, I have no doubt that I create the best thing for our customers. And if you don't see effort, I will give you refund. I will give you 100% refund. I will give you 300% refund because I believe in my own product. And also, you need to understand another example called direct marketing keywords. Hey, listen, I do this business not just for money. I do this because I care about people just like you. So you're dealing subconscious. Be direct. That's simple. Get right at the point and say it. And another thing is the main factors you can combine together. Every time you want to sell something, at least 25 cognitive bias, pick 5. And that build multiple factors. What is it? Number 1, emergency. Hey, we don't want to lose and miss out something. Go buy it now. Otherwise, you'll lose. Because people feel scared, afraid of miss out something. And number 2 is authority. Authority is, hey, right now I invite Donald Trump to say something, or famous people. Famous people to say something. You're more likely to buy because you think, oh, this authority, this celebrity is correct. You're looking for answer. And number 3 is society. Just what is the society is another word, social proof, because we tend to follow and herd when we don't have a decision. We don't know what to do, who to listen to. Number 4, viability. Viability is buy something in front of us. Buy something. So when you go to Walmart, they're showing you products here. They just put it right in front of you, so you're more likely to buy them. And number 5 is reward something. It gave you bonus. I gave you 5 bonus, 6 bonus, 7 bonus. So those are 5. If you put them well, that's built that Lollapalooza effort. What is Lollapalooza effort? Another guy, Charlie Munger, is very famous investor who's also Warren Buffett's partner, and he said that Lollapalooza effort is just more and more factors towards one direction and can build multiple times effort result. So let's say another thing called inconsistent bias. What is inconsistent bias is that you want to sell products, right? If you want to sell a low end for 5-year-old children, but the page is for 88 years old, even though the 3, it's inconsistent. So what I mean by that is, if you want to sell product for 5-year-old children, your page should march for that 5-year-old kid. And you need to, if you want to sell products for female, the color of the page, like red is scale, like pink color. And if you want to sell products for male, choose a color for black, for green, or for blue. That's a way to convey their subconscious mind. And every design is just consistent for your own product, your own concept, and the things you want to convey. Another example is Warren Buffett. His business is Berkshire Hathaway, and his website it's ugly. Why? Because for investor, we know that Warren Buffett's his concept is his old school style. He doesn't even invest like internet company. So why he put money into that? Zero. So it's just a few $100s for the website. And it's when you literally check out, you feel laugh, because Berkshire Hathaway is not going to waste your money on those useless things. And that's inconsistent bias. Number 6, curiosity tendency. What is curiosity tendency? Is that your business needs to generate curiosity. If you want to sell, you need to convey people they never know. Okay? Because for marketing, most situations that they don't buy because they already heard the concept. So something you need to limit it is you should limit the info that your potential customers already heard before. Hey, if you want to do some marketing, you just talk to your friends. Have you heard of this before? If they said that, I heard of that. Kill that. That kills curiosity. It's going to kill it. Don't sell that type of products. Another thing, very important. In marketing that generates cost to get one customer, how much in the world? On average, that costs $100. So that means the only money that profit is from repeating customers. You want to have repeating customers to pay you back. For example, I buy something from you for $100. But in marketing, I spend $100. unless he's purchased $200, he's not gonna earn that $100. Do you know that what I mean? So most of the marketing we did is not working simply because people heard of it before. So another bias is reciprocal bias. That is to say, I gave you some free hot dogs and then you want it, right? It's just like, that is a cruel. So a lot of great marketers, you can say, they give them 3 free things. And I just gave you 3 free things. This month I give you 1 free thing, and next month I give you another free thing. And then you said in month 3, hey, I just want to ask you to 1 thing. You are more likely to take action. So 3 free things could be free info products, a free PDF book, a free book, or I send you something. And number 9 is influence, authorization, bias tendency. So in marketing, ask yourself, who are you authorized with, right? So number 11, simple pain avoiding psychological denial. So is we are not like to avoiding those pain, like struggling things or something like that. And number 12 is self-regard bias. Yeah, it's just like driving a car. It's just online dating. 70% of people think if they look up, their looking is above their average. And number 13 is over-optimized bias. And number 14 is the approval super reaction tendency. So those all tendencies can use for marketing, for business, if you really understand them. So, and let's say another example. Super reaction tendency is, hey, I want to sell you a car. Probably the price is let's say 333,000. Okay, that means if you want, hey, this car is so expensive. Hey, another guy, the seller, he said, hey, that means only $300 per month for this car. And he didn't tell you apple is apple. He's selling you a car, and that's just annual cost. So whenever you want to sell something, your client come to your offer. You want a huge thing of this a little cost. So if you say, $50 is so expensive, that's a lot. I can buy a good dinner. I can pay a lot of things. But that seller is telling you, hey, look at that. Starbucks is $5. So if you think about whenever you buy coffee every day, that costs you $150 a month. So think about that. $50 is just you save some few coffees and the price $50. It's almost just like $1.5 a day. It's just $1 a day. So you want to use a strategy called contrasting. So when you sell something or something is high compared with the low, you want to use contrasting strategy. And number 17 is stress influence tendency. The stress influence tendency is when people are stressing, leave something to stress out, because whenever they feel stressed, they're more likely to take action. Hey, for example, I'm going to talk to managers. I usually go cup of drink. It's just like selling something. Just to give you a story, you're going to sell something. Hey, tell a story. People don't get into this product. What's going to happen with that? She wanted to lose weight. For example, a girl, she's coming here last month, and she's not buying our product, but she's wanted to lose weight, but she didn't buy it. But this month, her husband left them because she's too fat. Just telling her like, but whatever it's like, give them a stress. Okay. And number 18 It's availability meets waiting tendency. So that, for example, if we want to sell something, if you can't see the product, there's no buy button, no place to call to action. People are gone, people leaving, because people only buy something is available. Alright, those are today's 25 cognitive bias. Hope you like this video. If you like it, give me a thumb and follow me for more. And now is going to be, I'm just graduate now, so the great thing is that I can start my business, let's start my own life journey, and I'll keep updating you. Spanish, learning Spanish, guitar, and business knowledge. Now I'm going to share you more and more business and book reviews. If you like, I can make some like daily YouTube video vlogs. Hope you like it. Have a great day. Peace out.